Alright, so here I am trying to connect my new Finnala IKEA couches, and I bought this extension piece here thinking that I could just easily extend the couch, but what I found out was IKEA provides no instructions on how to actually connect an add-on section to an existing setup. So I had to try and figure it out, and I think I got something worked out, so I'll show you guys what I'm putting together. Hopefully it'll help you out. The challenge is IKEA doesn't provide the hardware to connect an add-on piece to everything else. And what happens is if I connect this one sofa seat section to this 3 sofa seat section, I don't think it's going to be very stable if I just connected these two in the middle. So you need to have some feet on the bottom to help support the weight and distribute it, but I don't have any feet, so I had to make some. And another challenge is this is the seat's angled from here to here. It slopes upwards, so you have to account for that, because you also need feet in the front portion of the seat to support it too. The sides, the IKEA sides, are really the only other thing that have feet. Or if you get like a chase section or a corner section, but none of these middle sections have feet. So I had to kind of figure out something here. Another challenge is when you squish these together, there's this gap in the middle. And if I tighten these boards, if I put a bolt through these holes, it might warp the seat. So you need a spacer to go here, and you need a spacer to go in between this part here. And also the bolts that IKEA provides to connect these side sections to this part, this isn't touching this, and when I try to tighten it, this MDF here starts warping. So you also need a spacer to come in here. So I'll show you guys what I've come up with, and then I'll put it together, and hopefully it'll all work. So here I got 2 feet I made out of 2x2s, and I drilled pocket holes in it. I'm going to attach it to the bottom of each in the middle parts of the 3 seat section and the 1 foot seat section. I'm going to attach 1 foot here, 1 foot there, and this is the same height as the stock IKEA feet. This is 2.5 inches, and once I put the padding on the bottom, it should be nice and plumb. You got to use I drilled these pocket holes for 3/4 inch stock. These are 1 1/4 inch Craig screws. So here are longer feet, and if you could see, there's an angle on it. This is a 5-degree angle, and that's because I measured this as a 5-degree angle here, and I estimated this should go about halfway into the middle of the sofa base, and that should provide enough support here. I didn't want to put it all the way in the front because I didn't want it to be seen, but this should provide enough support at least to attach these 2 sides and provide support for this section. I hope. That's the theory. If not, I could always attach make another one a little closer to the front. But right now I'm going to try and do it in the middle. This is a 3/4 inch kind of scrap piece of poplar I had laying around. Any 1-inch board you get from the hardware store, which is really 3/4 inch, should work. And I'm going to sandwich this in between the sections here when I attach everything. This is a 1/2 inch MDF, which I'm going to use to sandwich in between the back parts here. And what I got here are 5/16 size 4 inch or 4.5 inch, 4.5 inch carriage bolts. Actually, not carriage bolts, bolts. And this is what I'm going to use to attach the 2 sections together here. So you can see that bolt is long enough. got lucky. And some 5/16 washers, a pair of them per bolt, 5/16 nut. And then I have a shorter one here. I think this is like a 3-inch, and this is going to be used to attach the IKEA seat back here on the backs. These are 3/8 inch by 1 inch spacers, and I'm going to use these to go in between the hole here. So here, I'm going to put this spacer here. Boom. I'm sorry, here. There's the hole. I'm going to put it right there. And that'll help keep these two boards from kind of warping together. And what else? These M8s. These are M8 by 70 mil. So M8 1.25, which is the same thread count as the IKEA connector. So I got that done. And these are the longest ones they sell at Home Depot, 70 mil. And I'm going to use this to attach. I'm replacing the IKEA screws. I'm going to use this to attach the single seat to the IKEA side, and that will go in and screw in here. And I put one washer in there. So I probably could have gotten away with a little bit of a longer screw, but they didn't have longer ones at Home Depot. So if you could get a 75 mil bolt, that would probably work better for you. But this should be fine. So that's it. I'm going to put everything together and let's see how it works out. Again, this is to extend your IKEA FINNALA couch. Should work the same for VIMLEs. IKEA replaced the VIMLEs with this new FINNALA series. So I'll do a time lapse and let's see how it comes out. All right, so I got everything put together here. So the spacers, I forgot, I put them between the side and the add-on right in there, because I noticed that this MDF is warping against that. So that's where those spacers go, the two white ones I got. What else? I got the feet mounted. You can see the middle feet here. The angle looks like it's working out okay. And I got these through bolts put in. So don't over tighten it. Just do it until it feels pretty firm, but don't crank out the bolts. So you could see my spacer block here. This is the 3/4 inch. I just sandwiched it in there. It's not attached really. And then there's the 1/2 inch one I just shoved in there. So it's in there with friction. That should just keep the two pieces from warping together. And that's it. So let's tip the couch over and see how it goes. Here it is. We got the FINNALA sofa extended, put together. Seems pretty solid. You can see the, actually I don't know if you can see it, but my my hacked together feet seem to be pretty good. Maybe I have to align the cushions a little bit better, but here it is. We got a pretty big living room now, and we can fit this giant couch in here. Got the storage chase on this side, and that's it. I think it fits great in the space, and we're able to extend it. So hope this helps you guys out there if you're trying to put an extension or add-on onto your IKEA sofa. So that's how I did it. Seems to be working well, and enjoy. All right, so I got this scrap 2x2, which will be perfect for the feet for the IKEA couch. So what I'm going to do is going to make 2 feet at 2.5 inches, because that's the height of the IKEA feet. So I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. I make 2 of them, and I'll cut them on the miter saw here, and then I'm going to cut another 2 feet at 6.5 inches, and then apply a 5-degree bevel on one end because the way the couch base slopes. So I'm going to go ahead and measure everything. I'm going to use the miter saw to cut that 5-degree angle onto the feet, the longer ones, and I'll show you how I put it together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some pocket holes on these legs, and that's how I'm going to attach them to the base of the frame. I'm going to set my jig, my Craig jig here for 3/4 inch, because that's the shortest, smallest stock board that I measure on the IKEA chairs or sofas. I'll set it at. I don't think it matters a whole lot if you do 3/4 inch, even though some of the wood at the base is 2-inch stock. As long as it's attached, we can use some glue too. Some pocket holes real quick. For 3/4 inch pocket holes, you have to use 1 1/4 inch Craig screws. So I got a bunch of those. So I'm going to get my Craig screws, and we'll go up to the couch and get everything hooked up.